What up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video, man, and today I'm going to be reacting to a 25-year-old owner operator who goes by the name of Trucking Transparency. Now, just to make note, he is leasing a truck through a company called Lone Mountain. All right, and we're going to talk more about that as this video goes on, but without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive into it.
In this video right here, I want to go over my maintenance costs versus what I've made since being an owner operator. This video could definitely help. Just give an idea, you know what I'm saying, to the guys who, or to the girls that have not gotten a truck yet, but they definitely have been contemplating becoming an owner operator. As y'all already know, I'm not gonna make a video with no numbers. My channel is called Trucking Transparency for a reason. I'm gonna always be transparent with my viewers. So I do not make videos if I ain't got receipts, if I ain't got nothing to back it up.
All right, one thing I like about this young man, I mean, the title of his channel says it all, Trucking Transparency. So I do like the fact that he is being transparent, showing the breakdown of his numbers and going in depth and talking about, you know, some of the things that he's experienced thus far as an owner operator. And he's going to dive more into that. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
So I will be showing the receipts on pretty much everything I've spent on maintenance since I got my truck. My truck is from Lone Mountain. That's all I can recommend to anybody because that's the only place I've dealt with personally. My Lone Mountain truck was amazing. As you all will see in this video, how much I actually spent in maintenance versus how much I actually made in profits. So if you are interested in getting a truck, again, from Trucking Transparency to you, go to Lone Mountain, get you a truck, make this process as simple as possible. So in this handy dandy binder right here, I pretty much got receipts for everything I've done with the truck since I've gotten it. So we're gonna go way back to day one. All right, y'all, so the number one maintenance thing that I've done to the truck, as soon as I took it off the Lone Mountain yard, I had to go drive it and get it a DOT inspection. That DOT inspection cost me a total of $98. I got the truck from Lone Mountain at the end of September, like September 21st is when I was at Lone Mountain. So that's the very first thing I did was got that DOT done. Moving into October, my first expense in October, I had to get my wheels balanced. I had made a video about it. My truck was making like a wobble, like kind of a vibration as I drove. The shop told me they recommend me get the tires balanced. Lone Mountain put brand new tires all the way around. So it wasn't the tires, it's just that I needed to get it a balance. So that balance cost me $238. All right, YouTube, so now we're gonna move into November. My third thing I had to do to my truck was, sometime in November, I felt like something was pretty much going on with the clutch. They told me that the clutch was good, I had nothing to worry about, they just needed to recalibrate it. So they recalibrated that clutch, and that was $125. Also, sometime in November, my AC compressor went out, and my air stopped working. So that was another $65. And then they charged me another $125 to recharge the entire AC system. So that day, I left out there paying $357.
You gotta love the unexpected expenses that come with owning any business, right? Anything can happen at any time. And that's something that, you know, you definitely got to know going in when you start becoming an owner operator or an entrepreneur in general, right? There's always going to be things that just pop up. And as an owner, you have to be prepared for those things.
And that was getting the clutch recalibrated, the AC compressor fixed, and recharging the AC system. All right, guys, and then also sometime in November, I had got my truck its first PM. So if you have a truck, of course, you're gonna have to do that PM. If you do not know, a PM is just like getting your oil changed and all your filters changed, just keeping up on your preventative maintenance. I went and did that, and that was a total of $448. All right, YouTube, the month of December, I had to do no actual truck maintenance. I did have to pay my truck note and my truck insurance, of course, and fuel, but we're gonna get into those numbers in just 1 second. Right now, I'm just going over like the maintenance that you have on like breakdowns and stuff like that. So in the month of December, I had no issues at all with my Lone Mountain truck. All right, YouTube, and for the month of January, I had to get my truck another PM, because of course I hadn't got a PM now in about 2 months. So got my truck another PM, and that PM cost me another $480. All right, YouTube, so we got into the variable expenses, and then we're gonna get more into the fixed expenses. So of course I got a truck note. My Lone Mountain truck note is $16.95, and then my insurance that I pay every month for my truck is $435. So of course I paid my truck note in October, in November, and in December. Then I paid my truck insurance in October, November, December. Add those up, that'll give you $6,390 that I spent in my truck note and my truck insurance for the 3 months. All right, guys, so now we're gonna get into the fuel. As you all may know, that is probably your biggest expense as an owner-operator.
All right, before we get into his fuel costs, just keep in mind that he is local. All right, so the numbers that he's going to talk about, you probably can double those when you consider being an over-the-road driver. So he is a local driver. Just keep that in mind.
I can't go in and just give the exact numbers for every single week. So if I'm doing that for 3 months, I'll be looking at 12 different statements. So I'm just gonna call it $800 on average. I spend about $800 in fuel every week. $3,200 a month is what I pretty much spend in fuel. So in October, I spent that $3,200. November, I spent $3,200. In December, I spent $3,200. Adding all that up, that'll give you a total of $9,600, give or take, just in fuel for my tractor. Again, y'all, that's just averaging at about $800 a week in fuel. And my truck averages about 8.2 miles per gallon. So all right, YouTube, and for the numbers on what I made in the 3 months, from October, November, and December, I got my 1099 back, so I was able to really know exactly how much I...
Hey, check this out. I want you guys to stick around to the end of this video as well, because I want to share some comments that were made on his original video that I thought were very interesting. So stick around for that, because we're going to talk about it.
Grossed. So my maintenance, my overall maintenance, that's including like my tire balances, my PM services, and all of that, I spent a total of $1,579. Adding all them numbers up that we went over earlier for all my general truck maintenance. Then for more of my fixed expenses, like my truck note and my truck insurance, for those 3 months, I spent a total of $6,390. Then if we just gonna look at fuel for those 3 months, averaging at about $800 a week, or $3,200 a month for October, November, and December, that'll give you a total of $9,600. So you add up all 3 of those numbers, and in total for maintenance, I've spent $17,000. All right, YouTube. So like I said, I got my 1099 form for 2023. So that really is gonna give me October, November, and December. Like I said, I did get the truck in September, but I didn't really start with my carrier into October. So for those 3 months, with all my truck expenses and maintenance, I spent $17,569. I grossed $45,167. So if you do 45,167, take away 17,569, I brought home $27,598 in just net profit in those 3 months. So again, I blame all my success to Lone Mountain, because I know so many people who went out and bought trucks, and the truck, before you know it, they was already putting $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 in the truck before they ever even made $10,000 with the truck. So as you all know, your truck will either make you or it'll break you. I know so many people who went through the Lone Mountain process. You can even go on Lone Mountain's Facebook page and just go through their comment section. Just read their comments, and you'll see so many drivers who will tell you, this is my 3rd truck from Lone Mountain, this is my 4th truck from Lone Mountain. I've done business with Lone Mountain back in 2002. I still got the truck today. I put 1 million miles on the truck I got from Lone Mountain back in 2006. Like stuff like that. It just lets you know that it's a legit place to go and get your truck. if you're trying to make some money and be profitable, I only can recommend Lone Mountain to you all because that's the only place I went to. Are there other places out there who got decent trucks? I'm pretty sure. But I don't know if there's another place that you can go in right now with $2,000-$3,000 and walk out with a truck that you can make $27,000 within 3 months. So I couldn't thank Lone Mountain enough. I could not recommend Lone Mountain enough. If you are in the business to get a truck and you're trying to really make some money and not really have the hassle of a beat up truck, I would 100% recommend you go to Lone Mountain and get you a truck. As always, y'all know I'm gonna put the real numbers out there. A lot of guys is not gonna put the real numbers out there. If you do not mind liking this video.
All right, so we're gonna stop it right there. I want to take a look at these comments real quick. Not all of them, just a couple of them. This one right here is one that I want to check out, man, because I thought this was an interesting comment. This person says, bro, I've been trucking for 6 years now. I'm 25 years old. I want to become an owner operator this year. People have been lying about numbers and been saying there is no money in trucking. I mean, people have been saying there's no money in trucking. I've made videos about that. Shout out to Travel Trucker. We just dropped some content about that. Check that video out. But he says, thank you for these real numbers, bro. $9K a month after expenses is still good. I don't get why truckers are crying so much. Don't go out buying expensive things like Gucci, Rolexes, expensive cars, and count that in your truck expenses. Keep your expenses low and keep on trucking. I mean, that's good advice. I'm glad he knows that. He said, that's what I've learned from some and you. Thanks, brother. All right, now Trucking Transparency responded to that. He said, yeah, and it really just depends on your area and what you're doing. I legitimately know owner operators who are doing really rough right now in these times. It's hit or miss, honestly. And I think that's a good point, right? Now I want to check out this other comment where this is a veteran trucker that's giving him some advice. He says, my young friend, I have a paid off truck that I parked and is on sale, 2019 Cascadia, because making $9K after expenses is not worth it. You have to realize that one tow job can cost $900 to $4,500, and the repair on the road, such as a radiator, a def component like the pump, are another $3,000 to $4,000. So in one day, you can easily rack up $5,000 to $9,000, and that one repair literally equalizes you. With a company driver, I am paid 70 cents per mile, driving hazmat and dry van. That is why I park my truck. It's more financially smart to save as a company driver making steady money than praying for that Hail Mary crazy month and week. You will get it, but those tires are expensive when they are due. And you have some other comments on here. Some people saying don't do it, etc., etc. All right, guys. So first and foremost, man, let me just say shout out to my guy, Trucking Transparency. I mean, to be 25 years old and an entrepreneur, I think that's commendable within itself. Just working for yourself, owning your own business, and just going that route, it takes a lot of guts. That's first and foremost. I want to get that out of the way. I also want you guys to know that this video isn't to discourage or encourage anyone to become an owner operator, but I do like hearing some people that are having some success in the owner operator space, because again, like I mentioned in the video I just posted with Travel Trucker a few days ago, I personally believe that there are some people in the owner operator space that are having some success. And if you search the YouTube ecosystem, I'm sure you can find some of those individuals. With that being said, there are a lot of owner operators who you can also find that were in the game and now they're out of the game. If you're looking for it, you can find it. So you can find the ones that have had success and the ones that, ultimately got out of the business. And so what I would say to anybody that wants to become an owner operator, if that's your passion, if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to be the one to tell you not to. Do your own due diligence, do your research, understand your market, understand all the expenses associated with becoming an owner operator, and just, talk to some people. Like I always say, man, talk to people that are in the business, that are doing the business. You can watch videos like we just watched that Truck and Transparency put out. You know, and watch some of the other people. Watch some of the people that's been in the game for a long time, that's seasoned, that are veterans, that have years under their belts in this space, and that have the experience, right? That can give you some good counsel on owner operators. All right, that would be my advice. But let me know what you guys think about this video. But once again, man, I just want to shout out Truck and Transparency, just for being over there, showing all his numbers, showing the breakdowns and all the costs associated with being an owner operator, at least from a local leasing owner operator's perspective. I think that's dope, man, and much success to you. Again, I'm not here to discourage or encourage anyone to become an owner operator. I say, follow your dreams, follow your passion. If that's something that you really want to pursue, go for it. Just do your due diligence, do your research. And if you want to check out Truck and Transparency's channel, you obviously can see the title and the name of his channel on the video that I reacted to. Check him out, man. He's definitely showing you guys some of the things that he's going through as a young owner operator. And much success to you, brother. All right. That about wraps up today's video, man. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later, man. Y'all take care. Peace.